Have you ever tried a natural remedy for joint pain and wondered if it really works? You're not alone. Joint pain is something millions of us deal with, whether it's from old injuries, arthritis, or just the wear and tear of everyday life. And when that pain kicks in, it's only natural to look for solutions that don't involve popping painkillers all day. But here's the thing. Not all natural remedies are created equal. Some work wonders, while others, well, not so much. So today, we're diving deep into the world of natural joint pain remedies. We'll look at what actually helps, what doesn't, and most importantly, we'll back it all up with science. Before we jump into the remedies, let's take a quick look at what's happening inside those aching joints. Your knees, for instance, are pretty complex, made up of bones, cartilage, ligaments, and something called the synovial membrane, which produces fluid to keep everything moving smoothly. Now, cartilage is the real MVP here. It's a super elastic tissue that cushions your joints, absorbs shock, and lets you move pain-free. But over time, especially as we age, that cartilage can start to wear down or get damaged. This leads to inflammation, pain, swelling, and stiffness, what doctors often call osteoarthritis. Believe it or not, the struggle with joint pain isn't a new thing. Ancient civilizations, from the banks of the Nile to the vibrant streets of ancient India, faced the same challenges we do today. But they had a secret. Nature was their pharmacy. The Egyptians, for instance, revered plants like frankincense and myrrh, not just for their spiritual significance, but for their powerful anti-inflammatory properties. These were the go-to remedies for aching joints after long days of labor. Meanwhile, across the ocean, ancient Indian Ayurvedic healers swore by turmeric, a golden spice that's as old as time itself. Turmeric, with its active compound curcumin, was their answer to everything from digestive issues to, you guessed it, stubborn joint pain. And it didn't stop there. In ancient China, where herbal medicine was as advanced as their legendary architecture, remedies like ginger and ginseng were brewed into potent elixirs to soothe the body from within. These ancient healers may not have had the technology we do today, but they had something just as valuable: centuries of wisdom passed down through generations. Their deep understanding of nature's power has withstood the test of time. And today, we're rediscovering just how effective these ancient remedies can be. First up, let's talk about turmeric. You probably know it as the spice that gives curry its yellow color, but there's a lot more to it. The real star here is curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric. Curcumin has powerful anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce joint pain, arthritis, and swelling. In fact, some studies have shown that curcumin can be just as effective as over-the-counter anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, but without the nasty side effects. So how do you get enough turmeric in your diet? You can start by adding it to your meals. Think soups, curries, or even smoothies. For a stronger dose, you might want to consider a curcumin supplement. Just be sure to take it with black pepper. It helps your body absorb curcumin more effectively. Next on the list are glucosamine and chondroitin, two popular supplements often touted for joint health. These guys are actually found in the cartilage itself, so the idea is that taking them as supplements might help maintain or even rebuild the cartilage in your joints. Sounds great, right? Well, the science here is a bit mixed. Some studies suggest they can help reduce joint pain, especially in people with osteoarthritis, while others show little to no benefit. If you're thinking about trying these, it might be worth a shot, but don't expect miracles. Now let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish oil, flax seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s are known for their anti-inflammatory effects, which can be incredibly beneficial for people suffering from joint pain. Several studies have shown that omega-3 supplements can reduce stiffness and pain in the joints, particularly for those with rheumatoid arthritis. Plus, they're great for your heart, so it's a win-win. To get more omega-3s, you can up your intake of fatty fish like salmon, or take a high-quality fish oil supplement. If you're vegetarian or vegan, flax seeds and chia seeds are excellent plant-based options. Ginger isn't just for settling your stomach. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that can benefit joint health. Studies show that ginger extract can significantly reduce pain and stiffness in patients with osteoarthritis, particularly in the knee. Have you ever heard of Epsom salt baths? This is a classic remedy for sore muscles and joints. The idea is that the magnesium in Epsom salts gets absorbed through your skin and helps reduce inflammation and pain. While there's not a ton of hard science backing this up, many people swear by it. At the very least, a warm bath is a great way to relax and unwind after a long day. Finally, we have Boswellia serrata, also known as frankincense. This plant has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, especially in Ayurvedic practices. Boswellia is known for its strong anti-inflammatory properties, and some studies have shown that it can reduce pain and improve function in people with osteoarthritis. You can find Boswellia in supplement form, and it's generally considered safe, but as always, check with your doctor before starting any new supplement. Now let's bust a few myths. First up, apple cider vinegar, often hailed as a cure-all for everything from weight loss to joint pain. But here's the deal. While apple cider vinegar has its benefits, there's no solid evidence that it can relieve joint pain or arthritis. So, if you've been downing apple cider vinegar shots to ease your knees, you might want to save it for your salad dressing instead. Another common remedy you might have heard of is wearing a copper bracelet to relieve arthritis pain. This one has been around for ages, but unfortunately, there's no scientific backing to support it. Several studies have shown that copper bracelets don't actually reduce joint pain or inflammation, so, while they might look cool, don't rely on them to keep your joints healthy. And lastly, there's a persistent myth that nightshade vegetables, like tomatoes, potatoes and peppers, can make arthritis symptoms worse. The truth? There's no solid evidence to support this. In fact, these veggies are packed with nutrients that are good for your overall health, so there's no need to avoid them unless you have a specific allergy. Let's talk about the modern solutions for joint pain, because sometimes natural remedies just aren't enough, and that's okay. Medicine has come a long way, and there are some pretty effective treatments out there that can make a big difference. First up, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs. Think ibuprofen, naproxen, and diclofenac. These are often your go-to options when joint pain hits. They work by reducing inflammation and knocking down pain levels. If you're dealing with arthritis, these can be lifesavers. But, heads up, long-term use can mess with your stomach, so it's smart to check in with your doctor before making them a regular thing. Then there's Acetaminophen, which you probably know as Tylenol. It's great for mild to moderate pain and doesn't come with the same stomach issues as NSAIDs. The downside, it doesn't tackle inflammation, but it's still a solid option for those who need something gentler on their digestive system. Corticosteroids are another big player. These powerful anti-inflammatory drugs, like prednisone, can be taken orally or injected straight into the joint. They're super effective, especially if your pain is severe, but they're not without their own risks. Long-term use can weaken bones and lower your immune system, so they're usually a short-term fix. Now, if things get really bad, doctors might prescribe opioids like tramadol. These are heavy-duty painkillers that work by changing the way your brain perceives pain. But with great power comes great responsibility. Opioids carry a high risk of dependency and other serious side effects, so they're typically used only when absolutely necessary and for short periods. Celecoxib, Celebrex, is a bit of a specialized NSAID. It targets specific enzymes involved in inflammation, which means it can relieve pain with potentially fewer stomach problems. It's often prescribed for arthritis pain, but needs to be used with caution, especially if you have heart concerns. Lastly, there are indomethacin and meloxicam. These are other types of NSAIDs that each come with their own perks. Indomethacin is particularly good for gout-related pain, while meloxicam is favored for its once-a-day dosage and lower risk of stomach issues, making it a solid choice for osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. Remember, these medications can make a huge difference in managing joint pain, but it's crucial to work with your healthcare provider to figure out what's best for you. Everyone's body is different, and what works wonders for one person might not be the right fit for another. So there you have it, some natural remedies that can actually help with joint pain, and a few that might not be worth your time. Remember, everyone's body is different, and what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to stay informed and make choices that are backed by science. And of course, always consult with your healthcare provider before trying any new remedy or supplement. You can find links to all the research papers used in this video in the description. If you found this video helpful, make sure to check out our other video on supplements that elderly people shouldn't miss. It's packed with science-backed tips that can help improve not just joint health, but overall well-being as you age. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more health tips that are grounded in research. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we post a new video. Got any questions or topics you'd like us to cover? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and take care of those joints.